Bedham Church and School closed its doors 61 years ago and it has not been in use ever since, leaving behind just the mysterious, derelict structure that remain. The ruins of Bedham Church, which also used to be a school until 1925. Hidden away in an ancient woodland in the heart of Sussex lies the eerie ruins of an abandoned school and church. Bedham Church and School, or St. Michael's and All Angels Anglican Church as it was known, was built in 1880 to serve the hamlet which is within the district of Chichester and just 2 miles from the small town of Petworth. It can be found on the edge of the Men's Nature Reserve, a largely unexplored wood, off the very narrow Wakestone Lane. Sussex Wildlife Trust says it has an untamed, mysterious feeling to it, and many people describe it as wild. Some people have reported an eerie feeling in the woods while others say it's enchanted. St. Michael's and All Angels was built by William Townley Mitford MP of Pittshill Manor, to act as a school during the week and a church at weekends. At its peak, it had 60 pupils and 3 teachers, according to history website Derelict Places. The single room was divided by a curtain for infants and senior classes. At the end of the school week, the chairs were turned to face the east and ink pots removed from the desks to get it ready for the weekend's church service. Due to falling pupil numbers, the school closed just before the First World War, but the church remained open. During the beginning of the 20th century, the hamlet attracted some high-profile artistic residents. They included composer Edward Elgar, his wife Alice and daughter Caris, who lived in a cottage there between 1917 and 1921. It's said Alice heard the church bells ringing to celebrate the end of the war. Bedham Church and School is hidden in largely unexplored woodland in a hamlet near the small town of Petworth. By the 1930s, services were held a few times a month by the rector of Fittleworth, while one of the local ladies played the harmonium. However, the congregation dwindled and the church shut its doors for the last time in 1959. More than 60 years on and just a shell of the building remains, surprising and delighting walkers at its existence. That's if you can find it, of course. Bedham School and Church isn't the easiest place to find. A photographer who goes by the name of Drummer visited the site in 2017, but admitted it was difficult to locate the ruins. He said at the time on Derelict Places, "Driving down the small single lane leading up to the church, I couldn't see it as I drove past where I thought it was. I parked up and walked into the woods trying to locate it. 30 minutes of futile searching, found nothing. I returned to the car and decided to drive further down the road. I drove a few hundred yards further until I saw the church appear in clear view at the side of the road. Spooky but charming. Much of the original structure remains intact. I'd imagine if you were to visit here on a dark evening or night it would be a bit spooky. However, in the middle of a sunny warm day, it's quite a charming ruin. A lot of the original features remain intact and it's suffered next to no graffiti of vandalism. Metalwork has been erected holding the tallest part of the structure up, and it seems to be working. If you are in the area, I'd thoroughly recommend paying a visit here.